Hi. Yesterday I was showing how you can install the BGRABitmap component or units to your application or into the Lazarus IDE, and I was showing how you can initiate it and get it working in your application. So just adding a little bit more to this previous tutorial, in this one you can see how you can create a very simple drawing into your application. So when you are opening the form and you are using your mouse, you can draw a kind of line or whatever we call it. So basically you can start to draw with it, and you can basically use the functions of the BGRA component. Yesterday I was showing that once you create or you install the BGRA component or BGRABitmap component, you can add into your application inside the units section. You can mention these units or classes, and then you can start to use them in the application by creating a bitmap resource at first, and then you can get the form paint function to draw it. So this time the let's say the difference will not be that big. So basically what I'm using here as well, that at the create procedure of the create event of the form, I'm initiating a bitmap again, and then with the mouse down and with the mouse move events, I'm just let's say reading the mouse coordinates inside the canvas, and then I can get the draw function of the bitmap resource to create a dot, and then once I'm moving it, another dot is also created, and then it will create a kind of draw effect. Of course you can use many different let's say procedures or methods of the bitmap class. You can draw lines, you can draw elliptical let's say objects, and rectangles, and many basic objects you can use. You can even create polylines or Bezier curves. Of course, you need to give the required inputs for these draw functions. But if you just want to create something simple, then you can simply create it like I'm using it here. So beside the mouse events, of course, we need to use the on paint event, because this will redraw the drawing what we are creating, and also we can create an additional paint function if we want, but we can also use the form paint function. Anyway, it needs to be recalled from the draw function as well, because the form repaint is required to show the changes on the form itself. So as you can see, I have the form create, form destroy function, form mouse down, form mouse move, and form paint, and of course we have a brush function as well. So at the form create, the same thing is happening what I was showing in the previous tutorial. So I'm just using the BGRABitmap object to create an 800 times 600 canvas, let's say, or bitmap, in which I can draw my lines, or I can use the bitmap draw functions. and the background will be in this case white. So with this, when the form is opened, this bitmap is created, and basically we can start to use it. Destroy function, of course, will destroy the image itself, which is not really needed here, because once we are destroying the form itself, then the application anyway will be let's say stopped, and then all these related objects will be cleaned out from the memory, so it's not really needed to do it here. Okay, so when the mouse button is pressed, actually the left mouse button, then the draw brush function is called, and we will let's say put a dot in on the screen or on the image. The same will happen when the mouse is moving, and if the left mouse button is still pressed, then again another dot will be painted. I'm jumping through the paint function itself, because actually it doesn't do anything else, just redraw the image itself to basically show the changes or the actual state of the form itself. So this paint function is also happening if you are moving the form itself on the screen. So every time when the something is happening, you resize the form, for example, then the image will be drawn. So now we reach the draw brush procedure, and you can see that here a radius defined for the dot. This will define, of course, what is the size of the dot we will let's say create on the screen. And as you can see, for that we are using here the image, and we are using a gradient fill functions. So because we are not just painting a single dot, but basically a circle, a field circle, this will create the a circle with the x minus radius and epsilon minus radius and plus x and plus epsilon radius. So this will create a 40 40 diameter dot on the screen, and it will be black. The transparent or the gradual fill will be also used in the filling, and of course the position is also need to be given for the painting. And here after this additional dot is added to the image, then we need to call the form's paint function or repaint function to redraw the image again on the screen. So for that, I'm just simply using the repaint procedure, which will basically trigger the form paint procedure of the form. Of course, if you want to have a bit smaller dots, you can also change this to your needs, and then you can start to use the application. So when I'm running it again, you can see that now the dot is much more smaller. And of course, if I'm moving it fast, then the distance between the dots are changing, because of course the application is not recognizing every single movement or every single pixel movement of the screen. But if I'm resizing the form, you can see that it's still using the image. So basically, the image itself will be a kind of static image, and every redraw you will get back the same image. And you can also see this if I'm putting here a breakpoint. going back to the application, you can see that whenever I try to resize the window, this form paint was already called. So this is necessary, otherwise you will not get what you want. So now I switched it again, and then of course I can move it now quicker because I'm not stopping it at every repaint option. So basically that is a very simple application. Of course, if you would like to draw a more complex thing, or you would like to have also the dots connected to each other, not having this kind of gaps between, you can also start to put these individual dots into a point list, let's say, and then you can use the line function to go through all the points and connect them together. So with this, of course, you can go through all the functions, all the procedures, all the options of the BGRABitmap object. There are many of these, so you can also create aliased and non-aliased lines or drawings. And as I said, you can also have Bezier curves, splines to create different things, and of course you have the primitive objects like the rectangles, ellipses, and this kind of things. So that was for this tutorial. If you liked it, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And with this, I wish you happy coding, and see you next time.